Hi everyone. In Click Analytics, we present information by means of showing in the form of charts, data tables, and much more. So it is essential to understand how these views works on Click Analytics. In this video, I'm going to go through with you how to navigate on data tables, what you can do with the data tables, and more. So what I mean by data table is, let's say if you go to stocks and let's say movers, and once we load this application, you will see this data table. Now our data tables in Click Analytics are standardized across all the apps. So you will see the same look and feel pretty much in all the apps that we have in Click Analytics. So a couple of things that we wanted to mention to you over here, just to help you out to speed up the whole process of understanding how the data is organized on Click Analytics and more. First of all, the data grids that you will see is you can use your mouse on the columns and this will display a quick titles for these columns. Secondly is that if you see a link, this link will be displayed in this color over here, meaning they are clickable links. You can click on it and it will lead you another app or so. Of course, you can go back to the original data table over here. The second thing is that the information is all available in the form of columns. So this is like symbol column, this is name column, close column, day change in percentage, volume, and so. Also, you will see that in the data table, like the top first line contains all the title of the data table. The second line sometime will contain some text boxes over here. So what is meant by text boxes over here? These are your input boxes whereby when you place your cursor over there, you can actually search the symbol or any information inside. So I can try and this will search the whole thing within the data table. To delete that, you can just simply delete the search text that you put it over here. So over here, for example, if I need to look at the Zentik, this will come up all the information pertaining to Zenitech or so. And again, to delete that, you just delete your text over here. The second thing also is that all the columns pretty much on our data tables are clickable, meaning you can sort the information. So for example, if I click on close column over here, this will be sorted on descending order. So you'll get all the bigger number on top and followed by the lower number at the bottom side. If I click again, this will be sorted on ascending order. So this will go from low value to high values over here. As I say, all these columns are clickable and you can sort ascending and descending orders. The second thing also, the other thing that I want to also mention over here is that sometimes you will also see drop downs within the data tables. For example, over here, you have these drop downs that you can also interact with. So for example, for this particular trend days, you can select up and this will filter all the data in our data table based on your value of selection. Over here, we are selecting up over here. To go back to original state, you just select again and select the empty value over here. All right. The other thing also to mention over here in the data table is that although you will see this state over here, you might see that we have only symbol name, close, change percentage, volume, trend days, and 52-week high low. But if you notice over here on the right hand side, seems to be more data coming up. So if you use your mouse and scroll on the right hand side, so anywhere on the data table, if you use your mouse and scroll, you will see that you have more data on the right hand side. And I highly recommend that you should try to do that at the same time, because we pack a lot of data in our data tables. So it's very difficult for us to just display in one single screen. So what we did is that we have the capability in our data table to present multiple columns within the same data table over here. Each data table will have the paging as well. So this is showing that this is a page 1 of 292 pages. Of course, you can use these anchors over here. So if I click on it, this will go to page 2, page 3, and page 4. And if you click over here on the text box, you can actually go to your particular page directly at the same time. So this will show you, this is the page 10 of 292 records. Also, on the right hand side, you have these two icons over here. This shows that if you want to go back to the very first page, you can click on it and this will go to page 1. And if you want to go to the last page, which is the page number 292, you click over here and this will give you all the last records within the data table. As I say, all these information are universal and standardized in our data platform. So if you understand a little bit more at the beginning how our data tables work, it will be very easy to work towards that. The last two things that I want to mention over here is that on the data table, you will see on the lower bottom side the total records that will be displayed over here. So it's going to say that this is the view. You are seeing one of 14 records of the total records. So you have 4,081 records over here. So this will give you a quick understanding of how many total records are there in our data table at the same time. The last but not least, this is a reload grid or refresh button. So if you click on it, this will refresh your data grid. So assume, let's say you are on the page 2 or page 3 and you want to make sure that you have the fresh data, or you want to go back to the original state. You can just click on it and this goes back to page 1 and you have a whole refresh of the data over here. So our data tables are very robust, fast, and effective, as long as you understand that you can sort the data over here. You can browse more data by scrolling on the right hand side. You have the pagination available, whereby you can select the data page by page basis, and this gives you the total number of records within the data table. So this will help you to understand and navigate more data and help you understanding the data structure in clickanalytics.com.